So if you haven't heard, Treyarch has announced that in Cold War Year 2, starting with Season 3, in Cold War Zombies, we will be receiving Super Easter Egg rewards. Now if you've never heard of Super Easter Egg rewards, this would essentially mean that by completing every single Easter egg on Cold War Zombies, including the 2 Outbreak Easter eggs, you will be rewarded with something permanent in the game, and also according to Treyarch, over a dozen rewards in the game. Now I compiled a list of around 12 things that I feel like are the most likeliest things that we will be seeing in the game, some that are probably not gonna happen, and some that are just like extremely most likely going to be the thing that we'll be rewarded with. Now Treyarch did say that by completing every single Easter egg, or even a certain amount of them, you will be rewarded with these rewards that, well, we don't know yet, so I do have to specify that this list that I've compiled is not 100% at all. It's just my speculations, and it's something that I wanted to talk about in a separate video, as we will be doing that in today's video. But before we fully get into it, be sure to subscribe if you're new here. We're literally like 50 subscribers away from hitting 31k. Thank you so much. And also be sure to drop a like on the video. Without further ado, let's get right into this list. So I'm just gonna get the most boring ones out of the way and the most likeliest, because this seems to be the reward we've been getting not only in battle passes, but for completing even Easter eggs in the game. And even on top of that, whenever they did little events, we got these most of the time. So the first one is calling cards. I'm gonna say plural because if it's over a dozen rewards, I feel like they're most likely gonna fill these up with either calling cards or emblems, which is something I should have also mentioned. An emblem is very possible. Now if these do happen, I really hope there's something, something that I could use and show that I've completed every single Easter egg in the game, similar to the way they did it on Black Ops 3. If you completed every single Easter egg on Black Ops 3, you were not only rewarded with an RK5 in every single game, but also calling cards, or maybe just one calling card. It was the Primus Boys. It was a very good calling card. It was definitely something that I'm still rocking on the game, and I'm very proud of for completing every single Easter egg. The next one is stickers for your guns. Yeah, there's not much to talk about there. A charm, which we do have quite a few zombies charms in the game, but I had to mention it. A reticle. God, I hope we don't get a reticle. This is probably the most unlikeliest because it's just such a disappointing reward if this is one of them. Vehicle skins and a music pack for vehicles. So this is also one that we've seen multiple times. It could be something zombies related. It could change up your vehicle. Like the truck got changed up when you purchased the ray gun blueprint for the Gallo, which was definitely a really cool one. It changed it to a ray gun look, which is really cool. And if we get this kind of like a bundle looking skin, not exactly a ray gun, but something else for a vehicle, any tank, motorbike, car, I'll take it because we have them in Outbreak and vehicles are very common for me to personally use. So this would be a cool one to get. For the music, I don't know. I don't think there's any more zombies related stuff we can get for the music. I mean, they can surprise us. They could give us the music Easter eggs that we did get in the game as music packs for, well, you can listen to them outside of vehicles as well. The next one is a watch, which is very common for them to do. So yeah, a watch, and also an emote. Now we do have one really cool zombies emote, and that is where you have a zombie's head and it starts growling at you, you bonk it on top and stuff like that. So if we do end up getting an emote like that, that would be pretty cool. Obviously not the same one, but something around that to be zombies themed. I do actually use emotes a lot and inspecting my weapon and stuff like that around that area, so I wouldn't mind this one as well. Now with those out of the way, the most generic basic ones that are definitely gonna be as rewards, since there's over a dozen of them, let's get on to the more spicy ones. And the first one is a Mastercraft weapon, or even a Mastercraft bundle. If you don't know what Mastercraft weapons are, they're the special weapons that cost a lot of money inside of the actual store in game, COD points and stuff like that, and they have really cool inspections. They can even have really cool looks to them, animations and stuff. There's one that straight up just has a shark pop out of the side of it, which is probably one of my favorites. And I think also the Gallo ray gun is a Mastercraft. I don't know, they're always the ones that stand out the most. So maybe a Mastercraft of a weapon, maybe let's say for the AK-47 a Mastercraft that looks like the Ray K or something like that, to make it seem like you have the wonder weapon in the game so you can spawn into multiplayer and just run around. Maybe they give us a ray gun Mastercraft but for what? Like a pistol. Imagine a pistol gets a ray gun Mastercraft, but obviously it's not the ray gun, it just looks like the ray gun. Oh, that would be very cool, even though they've already done a ray gun, but hey, who knows. The next one is going to be Pack-a-Punch camos. So we have seen this happen on Black Ops 3 Zombies, where I don't know if you had to, actually I think if you purchase Zombies Chronicles, pistons, you were rewarded with Pack-a-Punch camos that you could use on multiplayer. Unfortunately not on zombies because camos worked really weird back then, but on multiplayer you were able to use, even you could get the Shadows of Evil Pack-a-Punch camo inside of the supply drops. So potentially maybe receiving the Pack-a-Punch camos from The Machine and Firebase Z, Mauer Toten, and also Forsaken would definitely be really cool. Getting all like 9 of them would be amazing because that's just 9 added on camos. They're animated, and it would definitely be something nice to actually show off that you've completed all the Easter eggs. So this one could potentially be as like one of the last rewards, one of the top higher ones, because I hope it works like if you complete 1 Easter egg or 2, you get like, you know, the stickers and calling cards, and the more you complete, even if you complete them all, you get really cool rewards. And obviously if you complete every single one, I think the reward will be the one where it's like permanently unlocked on all maps that I'll get into later. The next one is going to be an operator, but a zombies operator. So there's 3 operators that I would like to see. One of them is Peck. There's a huge Peck fan base out there, and I am a Peck simp in some kind of way. That would be really cool to see. Actually, there's 4 operators because the next one is Raptor 1. Imagine getting Raptor 1 as an operator. Would be pretty cool to run around as him and finally, you know, play as the best boy that rescues us from every single game, and then we rescued him. We did an old switcheroo Mauer Toten. Ah, good times, good times. Also a Ravenov operator, and I'm not saying these are the operators we'll get. Who knows, maybe it'll be like every few Easter eggs you complete, since there is 6 of them, right? The Machine and Firebase Z, Mauer Toten, Forsaken, and the 2. Yeah, so 6 Easter eggs, and maybe every second one you'd get one of these operators. And of course, the last operator that I would love to see, and please Treyarch, just please let it happen, Richtofen. Yep, I said it, Richtofen. If you complete every single one of these Easter eggs, and if you complete Forsaken, this won't be a spoiler anymore. We're 6 months. How many months? It's been more than 6 months since Forsaken came out, since that was announced. So if people like, you know, maybe go and complete the Easter eggs for the first time to get these permanently unlocked on probably Warzone, because I feel like some of these rewards will definitely be usable on there. Some people will want to flex. Who knows? Maybe they want to unlock themselves a Richtofen, and it's definitely one that I feel like a lot of people will work towards, because even if you're not a zombies fan, you know who Richtofen is. So, and it will be one of the original crew, you know, one of the boys. So that would be really cool. Please, Treyarch, please make Richtofen an operator. And if you wonder what I just did there, I shook vigorously. Is that a word? The next one is a map. Now, this one is kind of unlikely, but going back to the rumors that I've spoken about so many times, Untitled Chapter was supposed to be a single map that we learned about before the game released, and this was leaked with a bunch of other information that was very, very reliable because it came true. So this Untitled Chapter map would be an amazing reward to get for completing the Easter eggs. It will motivate people to do it because it would unlock the map, but Untitled Chapter isn't the only competitor in my opinion for a map exclusive to completing every single one of the Easter eggs, and that is because I also spoke about this multiple times, but receiving silos from Outbreak as a round-based map as a reward would be just amazing. Considering the fact that Treyarch is actually implementing these things into the game and also listen to us about Vanguard Zombies round-based map, this is really likely because so many people have suggested the idea of Untitled Chapter becoming a map and also suggested the idea of silos becoming a map. There's no way that they haven't heard about this. I don't think it would be very difficult to, you know, just like separate out that totally different area on Outbreak Zombies to become a map. It would be just really nice, and it would be really cool because then you could really be like, oh, I'm gonna complete these Easter eggs to get another map to enjoy my time even more on zombies. But yeah, that would be a pretty cool reward. The next one is literally the most unlikely, but I'll just mention it as quick as possible. COD points. Probably not gonna happen, but I just had to put it on this list, you know. Potentially maybe we'll get COD points. Probably not. And the last one is something exclusive in each map that will be permanently unlocked, which I have absolutely no idea what it could be. Looking back on Black Ops 3, the thing that you did receive on there was the RK5, which is a really cool thing because you spawn in with 2 weapons, the starting weapon and, you know, the RK5 pistol, which is really good, and I love that idea of it. But on Cold War, you get to spawn in with absolutely any weapon. So this wouldn't really be a thing, you know, oh, you spawn in with 2 weapons. Oh wait, actually, yeah, maybe you spawn in with 2 weapons. What weapon? Do you get to choose a second weapon? Another thing that I was thinking about is like permanent perkaholic, which is something that Infinity War did with Infinite War for Zombies, like a permanent thing once you complete every single Easter egg. Actually, was there a super Easter egg? I don't remember, but you did complete every single Easter egg, I think, defeated every single boss, and you were rewarded with not only like an exclusive character that you were able to play as, like from the certain map on Infinite Warfare Zombies, but also you are rewarded with like Perkaholic on every single one. So, you know, this isn't anything new that Treyarch is introducing, but yeah, hopefully it's something cool. Another one that I thought of was maybe Perma Perkaholic. I guess the 2 weapons, but also maybe spawning with a wonder weapon? This is very unlikely. Or maybe Pack-a-Punch weapon, you get to spawn in with Pack-a-Punch level 1. There's nothing that I can think of that will be an amazing reward to always get when you spawn in. Maybe an increased amount of points, but that's always such a like, oh, that's what you're giving me? Cool. For this part, I think it's just gonna be a nice surprise to see what Treyarch gives us, because it has to be good. Unless the other 12 rewards that I talked about, you know, like a weapon blueprint, an operator, those would be pretty cool. Definitely huge highlights. That's going to be for the video. I talked a lot, way too much than I expected, because there's, you know, over a dozen rewards, even though, as I said multiple times, most of them will consist of calling cards and emblems and stuff like that. But there will be the good stuff in there. There has to be the good stuff, because Treyarch wouldn't do this to us. If you guys have any other ideas for possible stuff that we might see, definitely be sure to comment down below. I would love to see what, in your opinion, the 12 rewards, or one of the 12 rewards, obviously you don't have to say every single one, will be. And if you're excited for this, because I am, I'll definitely be covering it in a video, and I might make a video on either how to defeat every single boss in Cold War, or how to do every single Easter egg in Cold War, because if you haven't completed every single one, you know, you might want an updated version and watching like a months old one which doesn't cover every single thing. There's blah 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 blah. Thank you so much for watching. If you're here, be sure to subscribe, be sure to drop a like on the video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.